The subtle sway or unintended pull to one side as you walk. That brief moment of uncertainty before your body commits to a straight path might feel like a problem rooted in your legs. However, the truth is far more intricate, originating not from your limbs, but from a quiet tension within your neck that has likely gone unaddressed. It's a common scenario. Individuals begin to notice a drift in their gait, a need to steady themselves with walls upon standing, or a general hesitancy in movements that were once effortless. When they seek medical advice, the responses often revolve around managing symptoms rather than addressing the root cause. They are told to watch their step, or that it might simply be a consequence of aging. Consequently, attempts to strengthen leg muscles yield no tangible improvement, and the drifting and hesitation persist, eventually leading to a resigned acceptance of these changes as inevitable. This is precisely why this information is so crucial. It's not inevitable, and a clear, understandable explanation of what's happening within your body, coupled with targeted exercises, can make a significant difference. The solution lies in understanding the delicate interplay of your body's systems and implementing a focused, accessible routine. To ensure you don't miss future insights tailored to your well-being, consider subscribing and activating notifications. Your engagement is valuable, so if this video resonates with you, a simple 1 in the comments would be appreciated. Conversely, a 0 will help guide the creation of even better content. The core of this issue, which remains largely unspoken, lies in a vital structure at the base of your neck, skull, the cerebellum. This sophisticated part of your brain acts as the central command for balance. Every second you are upright, it tirelessly receives a constant stream of sensory data from your muscles, joints, inner ear, and eyes. It then processes this information to make imperceptible, instantaneous adjustments that maintain your upright posture and allow you to walk in a straight line. When functioning optimally, you don't even notice this intricate balancing act. You simply walk. However, when its efficiency diminishes, the subtle effects become apparent. Drifting, the instinct to grab onto surfaces for support, and a pervasive feeling of instability with each step. The pivotal revelation here, the piece that reshapes our understanding, concerns the vital blood supply to this crucial cerebellar center. The arteries responsible for nourishing the cerebellum traverse a path through the vertebrae of your neck. Chronic muscle tightness, often a consequence of long-standing postural habits or past injuries, can subtly compress these delicate arteries. This compression doesn't need to be drastic. Even a minor reduction in blood flow, sustained over months and years, can gradually impair the cerebellum's ability to regulate balance and coordination. Therefore, effectively addressing this problem requires a dual approach, alleviating the physical restrictions in the neck and actively retraining the cerebellum itself. This is precisely the integrated strategy employed by the 8 exercises that follow. These 8 exercises are thoughtfully divided into 2 complementary groups, both essential for achieving lasting improvement. The first group focuses on releasing the built-up tension in your neck, creating a more open pathway for vital blood flow. The second group, dedicated to retraining your cerebellum, honing its balance and coordination capabilities. The synergistic effect of these 2 groups is what unlocks the true potential for regaining stability and confidence in your movements. The first group, dedicated to neck release, comprises 3 exercises designed to systematically alleviate stiffness and improve circulation. Exercise 1. Base of neck rotation release. This exercise targets the crucial junction where your neck meets your upper back, an area prone to accumulating stiffness that can impede blood flow to the cerebellum. By gently mobilizing this specific zone, we aim to ease that compression. To perform this, sit upright in a stable chair. Gently tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. Place 2 fingertips on the prominent bony landmark at the very base of your neck, where your neck transitions into your upper back. Slowly rotate your head towards the right, using your fingertips to provide gentle guidance in the same direction. Move only to the extent that feels comfortable, aiming for a mild stretching sensation, never pain. Hold this gentle endpoint for 3 to 4 seconds before slowly returning to the center. Repeat this sequence on the left side. Aim for 5 repetitions on each side, performing this routine once in the morning and again in the evening. Many individuals report an increase in their range of motion within the first 1 to 2 weeks as the stiffness begins to dissipate. Exercise 2, side neck stretch. This movement addresses the large diagonal muscles that extend from behind your ear down to your collarbone. These muscles are frequently overused and can remain chronically tight, exerting constant pressure on the structures within your cervical spine, including the arteries, supplying your cerebellum. To perform this stretch, place one hand flat on your collarbone on one side and gently press downward to anchor the tissue. Slowly tilt your head towards the opposite shoulder, simultaneously lifting your chin slightly upwards. You should feel a distinct, deep stretch along the entire side of your neck. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing slowly and evenly. Resist the urge to pull or force the stretch. Allow gravity and time to work. Gently return your head to the center and repeat the stretch on the other side. Perform 2 repetitions on each side during each session. Exercise 3, neck self-massage. While stretching elongates muscles, massage targets deeper tissue tension that often builds over years and resists simple stretching. This is the kind of tension that can subtly narrow the space around your cervical arteries. To perform this self-massage, use the fingertips of both hands. Begin at the base of your skull and apply firm, circular pressure, slowly working your way down both sides of your neck towards the base. Dedicate about 60 to 90 seconds to each side. Pay attention to any areas that feel noticeably tighter or more tender than the surrounding tissue. Spend a little extra time on these specific spots, not by digging in painfully, but by applying steady, gentle pressure until you feel the tissue begin to soften and release. This massage is best performed once daily, ideally in the morning, either before or after the other 2 neck exercises. The second group of exercises is specifically designed to retrain your cerebellum, enhancing its ability to manage balance and coordination. Exercise 4, slow motion straight line walk. Before you can effectively reprogram your walking pattern, essential to slow it down to a pace where your brain can consciously register and correct each individual step. This slow motion approach eliminates the momentum that often masks underlying weaknesses, compelling every muscle and balance signal to engage with full intention. To begin, find a clear, unobstructed hallway. If you need support, place one hand lightly on a wall. Initiate walking at the absolute slowest pace you can manage, so slow that each step takes a full 3 to 4 seconds to complete. Lift your foot deliberately, pause it briefly in the air, extend your heel slightly forward, and lower it to the floor with complete control. Feel the shift of your weight through your foot before initiating the next step. Walk 10 steps forward, then carefully turn using small, controlled marching steps and walk 10 steps back. This constitutes one set. Complete 3 sets in total. Focus on looking straight ahead, not down at your feet. Your balance system needs to function while your gaze is directed where you are going, not just where your feet are landing. Any wobbling you experience during this exercise is a sign of your cerebellum actively engaged and working. This is not a problem, but precisely the intended outcome. As this exercise becomes smoother, try performing it on different surfaces, such as carpet versus hardwood. The subtle variations in texture will challenge your nervous system to adapt and generalize the learned pattern, which is crucial for real-world safety. Exercise 5, tandem heel-to-toe walk. This exercise directly mimics the types of walking that most frequently lead to falls, such as navigating narrow pathways, stepping around obstacles, or moving through confined spaces. It specifically trains dynamic balance, your ability to maintain equilibrium while in motion. To begin, stand at one end of a clear hallway, with one hand lightly touching a wall for support. Place your right foot directly in front of your left, ensuring the heel of your right foot is close to the toes of your left. Then, step forward with your left foot in the same heel-to-toe manner, maintaining a perfectly straight line. Take 10 steps forward, turn with care, and then take 10 steps back. This completes one set. Aim for 2 sets. Maintain your gaze forward, not down at your feet, and move with slow, deliberate control. It's perfectly acceptable to touch the wall for a moment if needed. The key is to continue moving forward. Consistency is far more important than achieving flawless execution. As this exercise becomes easier, try performing it with your arms crossed over your chest instead of extended. This modification removes arm compensation, forcing your core and ankles to take on a greater role in stabilization. Exercise 6. Standing marches with cross-body tap. This exercise simultaneously rebuilds two critical components: the hip flexor strength required for clear foot lifters with each step, and the cross-body coordination, a primary function of the cerebellum. Cross-body movements activate the neural pathways connecting both hemispheres of the brain, which is fundamental for fluid, coordinated walking. To perform this, stand tall behind a sturdy chair, with both hands resting lightly on the back. Lift your right knee towards your chest as high as you comfortably can. As your knee rises, tap it with your left hand. Lower your right leg with control, then lift your left knee and tap it with your right hand. This completes 1 repetition. Perform 10 repetitions on each side for a total of 20 repetitions. Move slowly and with intention. The tapping hand and the rising knee should meet simultaneously. This precise timing is what trains the cerebellum. As you become more comfortable, try performing this exercise without holding onto the chair, extending your arms to the sides for balance. Eventually, you can progress to attempting 2 or 3 repetitions with your eyes closed to further enhance the neurological challenge. Exercise 7. Fixed point turn. Dizziness and disorientation experienced during turning movements, whether pivoting in your kitchen, looking behind you, or changing direction after standing, are common triggers for falls, particularly after the age of 70. This exercise directly addresses this by training your visual and vestibular systems to coordinate effectively during rotation, a process the cerebellum often struggles with when its blood supply is compromised. To start, stand facing a wall, with a sturdy chair or countertop nearby. Select a fixed point at approximately eye level, a light switch, a picture frame, or any clear mark on the wall. Lock your gaze onto this point. Now, take 3 slow steps and execute a complete 360-degree turn. Throughout the turn, maintain your gaze on the fixed point for as long as physically possible. The moment you complete the turn, immediately re-find that same point. Perform 5 full turns per session. Begin very slowly, and as the exercise becomes easier over the subsequent weeks, gradually increase the speed of your turns. It is imperative not to close your eyes during this exercise. The entire benefit derives from the active coordination between your visual input and your inner ear's sense of rotation. Remain near the wall, especially during the first week, for added security. Exercise 8. Multi-direction weight shifts. Most falls don't occur when moving directly forward. They happen when you reach sideways, turn slightly, or shift your weight unexpectedly. This exercise cultivates your ability to move your center of gravity in various directions and then return to a stable center, a crucial skill for catching yourself before a stumble becomes a full-blown fall. Begin by standing behind a sturdy chair, with both hands lightly resting on the back, feet hip-width apart, and your back straight. Slowly shift your weight to your right foot, lifting your left foot just 1 inch off the floor. Hold this position for 3 seconds, then return to center. Next, shift your weight to your left foot, lifting your right foot 1 inch. Hold for 3 seconds and return to center. Now, gently shift your weight forward onto the balls of your feet, just enough to feel the challenge without lifting your heels. Hold for 3 seconds and return. Finally, gently shift your weight backward onto your heels. Hold for 3 seconds and return. This complete sequence, right, left, forward, and back, constitutes 1 round. Perform 3 rounds. As you gain strength, gradually reduce your grip on the chair, progressing from full hand support to fingertips only, and eventually to no support at all. Each step in this progression compels your ankles, hips, and core to assume more of the stabilizing workload. Before you embark on these exercises, it is paramount to address safety. These movements are designed for general use by healthy older adults. If you have been diagnosed with a neurological condition such as Parkinson's disease, have a history of stroke, or have been informed of significant vertebral artery disease or severe cervical instability, it is essential to consult with your physician or a licensed physical therapist. Your individual situation may necessitate a modified or closely supervised approach, and that is entirely appropriate. Specifically for the neck release exercises, never force any movement. The stretches and rotations should always feel like a mild, gentle pull, never sharp, pinching, or accompanied by dizziness or tingling sensations down your arms. If you experience any such symptoms, stop immediately and consult your doctor before continuing. The neck is a sensitive area, and patience will serve you far better than pushing too hard, too fast. Regarding the balance and walking exercises, always ensure something stable is within reach before you begin: a wall, a sturdy chair, or a countertop. This is not an expectation of falling, but rather a provision of a safety net that allows you to train with greater confidence and less tension, thereby enhancing the effectiveness of each exercise. Never perform these exercises in socks on a hard floor. Socks on smooth surfaces are a frequent cause of home slips. Going barefoot is ideal for balance training, as it maximizes sensory feedback to your brain from the ground. If you prefer footwear, choose shoes with non-slip soles. Most importantly, if at any point during any exercise you experience sharp pain, sudden dizziness, a sensation of the room spinning, or anything that feels fundamentally wrong, stop immediately. Do not push through it. No movement is worth risking an injury. Work at your own pace, progress on your own timeline, and allow your body to signal when it is ready for more. This is how lasting change is truly built. Integrating these exercises into your daily routine can be remarkably straightforward. Dedicate about 5 minutes each morning to the 3 neck release exercises: the rotation, the side stretch, and the self-massage. Consider this your way of preparing the pathway for your cerebellum to receive optimal input throughout the day. Then, at any point during the day, even in short 2-minute intervals, work through the 5 cerebellum training exercises. The slow motion walk and the heel-to-toe walk can be practiced in any hallway, while the marches, turns, and weight shifts can be performed in a small space next to a chair. The entire routine should take less than 12 minutes daily. Consistency is key. It's more beneficial to do a little bit each day rather than attempting long sessions only once or twice a week. Do not skip the days when you feel particularly steady. These are often the most important days for reinforcing neural pathways. Every repetition strengthens the neural connections that will activate automatically when your balance is challenged, providing crucial protection when it matters most. The drifting, the wobbling, the instinct to reach for walls. None of this has to be your final reality. Your cerebellum hasn't given up. It may simply require improved input, better blood flow, and consistent daily practice. When you provide your brain with the right challenges consistently, it can and will respond, slowly, quietly, and steadily. Remember, the individuals who experience the most significant improvements are not always those who push themselves the hardest, but rather those who show up consistently, even when progress feels imperceptible. The brain often improves before you can physically feel it. New pathways are being forged, and old signals are being reawakened. Then, one morning, you might find yourself walking across the kitchen without reaching for support, realizing with a sense of quiet triumph that you simply walked. Start small today. Begin with the neck release exercises and the slow motion walk. That is sufficient for the first day. Gradually incorporate one additional exercise every few days. Your objective isn't perfection, but rather teaching your body one careful repetition at a time how to trust the ground beneath you again. Commit to 6 weeks of steady practice, and you may begin to experience a greater sense of control, increased confidence, and renewed trust in your own steps. Please, don't keep this information to yourself. If you know someone who instinctively grabs the counter when standing, avoids walking outdoors due to insecurity, or feels nervous turning in a hallway, share this video with them. This simple knowledge could significantly enhance their sense of safety, steadiness, and independence. One final point before you go. While balance is a critical component of fall prevention, leg strength is equally vital. Even with improved balance, your legs still need the power to catch you in those critical split seconds. For this reason, a dedicated video on safe leg strengthening exercises for individuals over 70 has been created. This routine requires no gym or equipment and is easy to follow at home. That video is currently displayed on your screen. Click it next, and you will be guided through each step. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment with a 1. If not, a 0 is welcome. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.